Hello again. Some very wet and very windy weather heading our way for Saturday. More on that in just a moment. There are warnings in force. The rest of today, well, it's damp and drizzly in quite a few places. It's a bit milder than it has been for much of the week, certainly across England, Wales and Northern Ireland. A few bits of brightness here and there, but most places staying fairly cloudy. Rain and drizzle through central and southern Scotland. It still feels pretty chilly here. The rain perhaps easing across parts of eastern England. Certainly the Midlands, Wales, southern England turning a little bit brighter, but here comes another band of rain later this afternoon into southwest England, parts of Northern Ireland too. As I said, there may be the odd glimmer of brightness, a hint of sunshine here and there, but for most staying fairly cloudy. But it's not as cold as recent days, not feeling very warm under that persistent rain through central and eastern Scotland this afternoon, but elsewhere 15, maybe even 16 degrees is quite a bit higher than it has been. But here comes another band of rain this evening, sweeping in from the west, spiralling around what is turning out to be a fairly nasty area of low pressure. Another area of quite heavy rain this time coming in across parts of the southwest during the early hours, and notice the winds will really be picking up as well. It won't be a particularly chilly night, certainly much milder than many nights so far this week. It might just turn a bit misty across parts of southern Scotland, northern England, maybe the odd patch of fog. But the main focus for Saturday is the wet and very windy weather. You can see that swirl there. That's this area of low pressure. The isobar's really pinching together there on its southern flank. So first thing Saturday morning, very windy across the southwest. That low heads across England and Wales, and to the south of it, that's where we'll see the strongest winds, perhaps easing a little bit by Saturday evening. But there is a warning in force for those winds, gusts of 50, 60, maybe 70 miles an hour around coasts, particularly in the southwest early on. And it will be bringing a spell of rain, because we've had a lot of rain recently, and it could lead to some flooding problems. Also, notice it's staying very wet across parts of eastern Scotland. So there are warnings in force for the wind and the rain. Here's the big picture for Saturday. There'll be some brighter spells across northern England in the morning and maybe southern Scotland, Northern Ireland. But that zone of wet and windy weather sweeping across the south, staying very blustery and soggy across parts of northern Scotland throughout the day. Temperature-wise, well, a bit of brightness here and there. We could see those values getting up once more into the teens, but for most places, you're going to feel pretty bleak. Temperatures 10 or 11 degrees Celsius, and so when that wet and windy weather really sets in, it's not going to feel very pleasant at all. Now, the winds will ease a little bit through the evening, which is good news if you've got bonfire plans, for example, but it's definitely going to be soggy underfoot almost wherever you are. A spiral of rain spinning back into parts of northeast England through the evening, staying wet in northern Scotland. Further rain to come across the south. As I said, there are warnings in force. Make sure you check them out and see if your area is affected by visiting the Met Office website. As for Sunday's weather, well, it stays blustery but not as windy. There'll be some sunshine, but there'll also be further showers to come. As I said, keep up to date with the very latest. Follow the Met Office on social media or download the Met Office app.